Hey, welcome to the Two Stock Movies podcast. I'm Drew.
I'm Cam.
And today we're going to talk about the fantasy comedy film Matilda. And we have a very big fan of the film, Sydney. How you doing, Sydney?
I'm good. How are y'all?
All right. Hold on.
There we go. And that's a little applause.
Yeah, every time we have a guest, we use those.
Yeah.
But
Tell us a little about yourself.
I'm a junior here at EIU. I'm 20. I major in psychology, minor in human services. With my degree, I plan on being a high school psychologist, so that sounds interesting. Yeah.
Because you recommended this movie to Cam, and so that's why we watched it. Which, by the way, I'll say keep recommending movies because it'll make sure actually people watch and we're not just picking really crappy movies.
yeah, I didn't have anything planned for this week, this is gonna come out next week.
Mm-hmm.
This week when you're seeing it, but I didn't have anything picked. I needed to pick one today, so yeah. So thank you for the recommendation.
Yeah, thank you.
Of course, Matilda's been my favorite movie since as long as I can remember. Like when I was little, I used to watch it all the time.
1996.
What makes it your favorite?
I think just the storyline in the movie, like she's just a very powerful young girl at such a young age. I think that's why I like it so bad.
Cam, what'd you think of the movie? Initial thoughts. What'd you think of it?
I swear to God, the first 30 minutes, I thought this was Mrs. Doubtfire. So I was waiting for Robin Williams to come up, and
Danny DeVito.
Yeah, yeah. I thought this was a whole different movie. I don't know why, because I knew what it was about, but I was just expecting Robin Williams the whole time.
Mm-hmm.
And then as I'm seeing, like, oh, he didn't come in the credits. He's not in the cast. So, like, I guess this is what's going on. But yeah, but I don't know. I felt like I should have watched this. We didn't watch like really like children-ish shows when we were younger. So I don't know, stuff like this is kind of newer to me in a way, because I don't know, What were we watching?
I was watching Goodfellas.
I was watching Space Odyssey when I was like 6, but
so sorry.
yeah, it was I'll say it's a unique story. I didn't see, I don't know, the storyline was kind of, it wasn't direct,
Yeah.
but it wasn't bad. I showed this to my kid, but yeah.
Yeah, you would.
Drew?
I didn't. Okay, I don't know. I'm stressed. I've had a stressful day, and so I was like trying to watch it, and I didn't realize how weird it was as a kid. It's just the way it looks. It's like a Tim Burton movie, kind of.
You seen this before?
When I was a kid, but I don't.
Oh,
Stupid then.
okay.
But I liked how because it's like a fantasy comedy movie, and I like how it kind of gives off that like otherworldly feel to it, like especially with what's her name, the principal. Can't remember her name right now.
It's Trunchable.
The
Trunchable. Yeah. Whatever. Miss T.
Yeah, Miss T. I think the way she is quite the sight, like especially with the way they show her. She's like the most menacing. Her teeth are rotting, and I don't know. And then Danny DeVito, he's very charismatic. I think it's just a really well put together movie to kind of give out that child fantasy feel to it. Is that why you like it so much? Because it has that child fantasy feel as well?
Yeah, probably when I was little. I think I like it now because like I understand it on a different level because I'm older now. Yeah, like you said, when I was little, it gave that child feel.
Mm-hmm.
And like a lot of the cast is younger. Like it takes place a lot in the school.
Yeah.
So like, yeah, it's like when you're a kid, you see kids on TV. It's like, I want to watch this. It's kids that's on TV like me. So.
I just don't think I'm a big kids.
Yeah.
I don't think at 20 years old, I don't think I can watch Matilda and be like, oh, this is it, right? I was surprised though that Danny DeVito, how short he is. And I'm short. I mean, I know I'm short.
You're not short, man.
He's like 4'11" or 4'10".
What's wrong with short? I mean,
he looks small in the
Matilda's almost as tall as him.
Yeah.
What's wrong with short people, man?
No, nothing's wrong with him, but it threw me off because like I've seen him in Always Sunny in Philadelphia. And
you talked about that for like 3 months straight last semester.
And he is a completely different character in that movie. And he looks so much older because that was like 10 years after this movie.
Mm-hmm.
And he looks bad. Not bad, but he just aged a lot in 10 years.
Okay.
But he directed it and narrated it.
Produced it.
Yeah, produced it.
Starred in it.
Yeah.
And I didn't know that. And I think that people don't really give him a lot of directing credit, I feel like, because I feel like it was a really good movie. I don't know if it was his first directed movie.
I wanted to look that up.
Yeah, but if it was, I felt like it was a really good. Everything, it looked really good and everything was cool. There was one point in the movie where I was actually I laughed out loud, but not because it was like intended. I think it was just the hilarious,
Hilaricity. That's not a word.
hilarious.
How funny, how hilarious it was.
Yes. But it was when Miss Honey, right?
Oh, yeah.
She comes into the house and she's like, Mr. Wormwood, right?
Mm-hmm.
The names are just terrible.
These are crazy.
Yeah. They were like, yeah, Matilda's so smart. Yeah, she could be in college in 3 years. She's 6 years old. I was like, man, I wish that was me actually.
Nah, bro. You were like,
I don't want to be in college now.
Exactly. Especially at 6 is ridiculous.
I'm like 6 years old. I don't even think I could spell my name.
it's like five.
She could go to Eastern Illinois University in 50 years.
I thought Miss T, she reminded me of my favorite movie, one of them. Miss Hannigan? Annie?
I've seen Annie, but I've never seen. I don't remember that person.
Miss Hannigan? Like, that was like, you know, the basis of Annie?
I've seen the new Annie that came out.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Jamie Foxx.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Not that one. That one's kind of. I like the original one. It was Miss Hannigan was kind of like the mean old lady that was taking. She was the they were all orphans, and she was like, what do you call like the person in charge of orphans, like the
Orphan leader.
The foster mom, I guess.
Sure.
I don't know. My years of being in an orphanage, I could tell.
Well, yeah, I don't know. They both had like that mean old lady, stance, posture kind of thing, and I don't know. It reminded me of that. And I love Annie. I'm not like a big musical person, but Annie is like every year consistently in my top rotation of it. When you get like the Apple whatever, love Annie. But yeah, I'll give a I think I stopped doing them, the synopsis and the cast and stuff.
Yeah, I mean, like, obviously Dan DeVito. Other than that, there's really no other actor that's well known. I guess the main girl,
Mara Wilson, did she grow up to be anything?
Did she grow up to?
You talk about Matilda, right?
Yeah.
I think she stopped acting. She was just mostly primary in like TV shows and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Because I remember them saying like during her filming Matilda, her mom actually passed away. So she wasn't really into acting as much after she filmed.
Okay.
Yeah, I was telling Kat, I kind of feel bad now because before we record, I was
Don't
like,
feel bad.
I was like, why does Matilda look like she's like pale and like she needs to take a nap? And I'm like, oh god.
Yeah, you should feel. She was in Miss Doubtfire, so I wasn't completely wrong.
Was she a Miracle on 34th Street as well? I think that's she was. Okay,
How'd you know that?
I know
movie buff.
I know my stuff. Cam.
You know, man, we're losing it. We're losing the original. We're missing the cast. We're missing the synopsis. You're missing your 3. He usually comes with a 3. If you're a fan of this, this, and this, you're gonna love this movie. He doesn't do that anymore.
We're getting worn down, Cam. The semester's. I'm behind on a lot of work, but
I'm about to say school's getting real tough.
But I mean, does anyone? If anyone's watching this, do you want me to do that? Like,
I miss them because
Cam misses them.
That's because we used to go back and forth for a minute before you did it. Like, if you're a fan of, I don't know, you'd have 3, then I would like throw in 1, and then, I don't know. I guess that's behind.
And we
the
realized
stuff.
5 minutes went by, and we're like, oh crap.
Yeah, it was probably getting started. But I guess we can go into specifics. So, Sydney, what was kind of like your favorite aspects of the movie?
My favorite aspects of the movie, well, one of them is that mostly everyone in the movie was like preying on her downfall, and she didn't let that like affect her at all. Like, she just kept going. Like, she used that as fuel to like just be great and stay on top of her stuff and live a good life, like a careless, free life. I always admired that in the.
Her family's terrible.
Yes, they're so mean to her.
Surprised they ain't called DCFS.
For real, that's what Miss Honey should have did.
Yeah, for real. The ending's nice though. I'm glad the ending is the way it was.
Yeah.
But her family, Dan DeVito, the mom, the brother, they're just also.
They didn't even know how old she was.
Yeah,
like
you just picked her up. Like, how do you just got her?
Yeah, you adopt a kid and then you choose to be mean to her. That's another part I just can't get over.
I thought it was weird how not weird because you know it's dramatic, but how easy it was for them like just sign her away, sign her to be like a
yeah, it's weird. I mean, obviously they didn't care about her, but still, it's like, I mean, good for her. Go live with Miss Honey. Yeah, have some cookies and marshmallows and milk.
Dude,
for her.
Yeah.
Yeah, there was a lot of. Being a kids movie, there was still some stuff in it that was kind of dark, like the story that Miss Honey says about like the uncle like killing himself.
I think that that was her dad.
Or her dad?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I just say it like that.
Was Miss Honey's dad?
Yeah, that was Miss Honey's dad.
And the principal was her aunt.
Yeah.
Okay. Why are you laughing?
No.
Did I say it in a funny way?
Like, there was some dark stuff, like, about the guy that killed himself. Like,
I know, it's dark.
I mean, it was. That's probably messed up with me for laughing. But, yeah, man, that's
What's up? That's what's up.
It is, man. It definitely is.
Yeah.
I think that's a lot in children's stuff. Because if you watch, what we thought was good when we were younger, like SpongeBob and stuff, I get, like, the Nickelodeon shows were kind of targeted more towards the teenagers, but I was watching them at, like, 10 years old. You miss a lot of the jokes. I mean, I guess you get them as you get older, but
Yeah.
they're making, like, sexually targeted, sexually aimed jokes that I didn't get when I was 11, but this one,
I feel like
that was pretty dark.
this movie, did you see any of that in this movie? Like, besides the one I mentioned, like, was there other
Like,
movies?
dark?
Yeah, that you were like, oh, geez, that's kind of,
I guess since I'm older, I probably wouldn't care about it if I was that age, but just how neglectful the parents were
yeah.
and how, I don't know, I think adoption in a movie like this is I'm kind of on and off about it because, as a kid, you probably don't understand what adoption is like. And then when you get to like that preteen stage, you probably have the idea like that simple, my parents didn't want me thing. So having that to like explain that to a kid, because they might be a little curious, like, mom, what she just signed? Mom, what's that whole adoption thing they're talking about? Now you got to explain that. I don't know. I think that's just like some mature things going on that aren't like necessarily like bad, but just as a young, since it's targeted towards younger people, you got some mature things like that going on.
Yeah, I agree with that. There's also like some aspects in it that I forgot about. Like when I went to start watching, I'm like, okay, she's in school and her parents hate her. That's the only thing I knew. I forgot that she's she has like superpowers.
Yeah,
and
I'll get on that later.
You want to talk about that later?
Yeah, the whole superpower thing.
Yeah, I don't know. It was weird. I like the movie. It's just
I started off saying you didn't really like it.
I can respect it. I just didn't enjoy myself watching it that much. Like I liked it for what it was, but it's just not my cup of tea.
Yeah.
And I don't know. I can't muster a thought. Like,
do you like any
certain thing?
Do you like any children's movies?
That aren't animated. Cause I like some anime movies.
Like anime?
Animated.
I know, but are they okay? Like what?
Like Over the Hedge.
Oh.
I like Monster House too. Have you ever seen Monster House?
I love Monster.
That's a good movie.
I'm gonna watch that and Corpse Bride super soon.
I like those. It's just live action ones don't do it for me. I don't know.
Okay. So you just don't like kids? That's what I'm hearing. That's what we said. That's what we've been saying. Like children actors are kind of.
They're not as good.
Yeah, they're like.
I guess. Yeah. What do you guys think of Matilda's acting overall?
Like you said, for what it was, I feel like it was good, but overall, it could use some work. It could use some work.
It was so sassy.
It was.
And it was to a point where I was kind of a little cringe. I was like, oh, Jesus. But what do you think, Cam?
I didn't like it, man. I think I've said this for 3 weeks in a row. I don't like children actors. And this one is sheer example. She is
at the school.
Dude, and bro, the adult acting wasn't even that good. Before I realized, I just knew him as the dad, but it was Danny DeVito.
Yeah,
his acting was pretty whack. Cause I guess. So I don't. What type of movies does Danny DeVito do? Is he more so
like comedies? And he's been in, because he was in Batman Returns.
He did great.
He's mostly comedies and fantasy stuff like that.
Okay, well, in this was a comedy.
Yeah.
What'd you call it? Just because it's
fantasy comedy, coming of age.
It's a little funny.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Just a
a tad. I don't know. But his acting was terrible because he was doing all that dramatic stuff with the kid and when she was reading the book when they were watching television.
Ripped the bottom.
Yeah, I'm I know.
Yeah.
And he just wasn't believable. I think that's because this is a children's movie. This isn't targeted towards me.
It doesn't feel like real Earth.
Yeah.
It's a separate.
Yeah, it feels like you're trying good amount, just in the wrong area. I don't know. I feel like you shouldn't be an adult. Like, and this is your. Maybe I don't know. Maybe I'm saying a lot of stuff. I think I just didn't like him in this one. Maybe that's it. 'Cause I loved him in Batman Returns, but this one was kind of. What'd you think of the other actors?
I feel like the mom was real obnoxious. I always thought that. Even when I was younger, I thought she was real obnoxious. The Trunchbull, like, she was just real mean. Yeah. But I think she embodied that. Miss Honey, I feel like she was the perfect person to be like that nice superhero teacher lady.
Why'd she always whisper though? Why she always, she's like, go out the front door and run. And I'm like, and then even when she's like just talking, she's like, how are you? And I'm like, what are you?
She seemed like a great teacher. Like, I feel like I'd love to have her.
Yeah. Like when the principals come in, they're all like, hide all the colorful stuff. Yeah. Make everything look bad. Yeah. And I was just like, felt that.
You think she would have been a good principal? She got promoted at the end. I felt like she was a little too nice to be a principal.
Nice, yeah.
That school just sucks. Anyway. Yeah. Need to like relocate.
Yeah. Even the building was terrible.
It looked very gothic. I remember what it's dirty.
Look, not child friendly.
The chokey. The choke. Is that what it's called? The chokey? The little coffin that they put in. Where is the police? Like, where's
man
in there?
Like, I don't know.
Because police exist because they're trying to like arrest Danny DeVito for giving like bad parts to cars. But it's just like abuse
at the school. They don't care.
Yeah, just we're busy.
Yeah.
But I also didn't realize how much this movie was like kind of like slapstick, like throughout the whole thing. Like the principal especially, like getting her like a bunch of crazy. What was it when she's holding her by the
legs or something?
Was it the
hair? Her pigtails.
Her pigtails. Like throwing her. And then she starts flying.
Yeah.
Dude, that was funny. That was funny.
I think the effects of her like doing her little mind thing is cool, especially when she's like eating cereal and it's like she's like doing all that. I like that.
My favorite part. Yeah. When she's eating her cereal and then afterwards it's like a scene where she's dancing to that song and goes like, and then she start pointing and then everything start going around and she opening the curtains and stuff. That's my favorite part.
I think that's my favorite shot of the movie. If it was more zoomed in, because I don't know, it was a little wide, so you get to see more of the room. But if it was more condensed and it was I don't know, just everything that was floating around, that would have been a really good shot. Do you remember it?
Not particularly.
But like pull it up. Or
I do wonder how they did the spoon thing, where it's like the spoon like I think maybe they had like something like a full.
I was looking for a string or something just to hold. Yeah.
And she's like, oh my god. But no, I thought that part was cool. I forgot that she even had like the ability to do that because there's like a big portion where she just doesn't.
She wasn't doing it. Yeah.
And it was the part where she's like, yell at me, Dad, and he's like, yell at you. I'm gonna. What did he say? He said the insults in the movie are so like random.
Yeah.
Oh, like what a wart?
The principal called Matilda like. Trying to remember, like a miserable, like goat slime.
That's what it was. Yeah, yeah.
And a perpetual goat slime or something like that. And I was like yeah, nice. I was like, that's cool. That fits some fun.
No, man. Who wrote it? You think he wrote it?
I don't think anyone wrote it.
I wonder how that goes. Like, do you wait?
It's ad-libbed.
How does that go though? Like, if you write something, do I have to pay you to write your movie? Like, how does that go?
Do you have to pay me to write my own?
No. So say you write a script.
Yeah.
Do I have, and I want to make a movie out of it? How does
you have to like pay me to like
give you the rights?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I figure.
And then like once you like, it's kind of like a buyout. At least I think. I'm not 100%.
No, Drew, you're fully knowledgeable.
I'm the big, yeah.
You got 3 under your belt.
Okay, exactly. But I think from what I gather, you have to like do a contract, like a negotiation, and then like if I give you the script, you pay me, but you can do whatever you want as the director. Some directors just take it and do whatever they want with it once they have it, but other people like work closely with the writers to make it like how it is. Like Stanley Kubrick, he just does whatever the heck he wants with whatever he has. But he writes most of his stuff too.
Where's he adapt his stuff from? You say he does
books. So that's more of a thing with the authors. So like, does that stuff.
Yeah.
Do you know Stanley Kubrick? He's a freak. He was a freak.
Right.
But the 2001, if anyone can see that. He also did The Shining. I don't know if you ever heard of The Shining.
I've heard of it.
That's good.
He did that. He's quite a nut job.
Eyes Wide Shut. I keep talking about it. It's a really weird it's an odd movie, but it's really good. It's about like
Illuminati.
it's about like Illuminati and people, adults going like this underground like sex club, and they're all like it sounds
Oh yeah, I can. We know you like.
No, it's like it's cool because it was supposed to be like based off of real actors or real people, real celebrities at the time, but I think they tried to get it shut down because of how mirrored it was to society. But
I think they're also mirroring like real like businessmen and like
And what's this called again?
Eyes Wide Shut.
Eyes Wide Shut. Okay.
it's a dope name too.
It is.
Eyes Wide Shut.
I'm sure he was on a little, a little bit of some extremities to that. But yeah, back to Matilda.
Isn't that we spin off a lot? We're talking about the kids movie and we got to cocaine, but
Cam, what was your favorite? Did you mention already your favorite scene, like throughout the entire thing?
not my favorite scene. I only did the shot. I think my favorite scene was the whole chase. Not the whole chase. Maybe like the first half of them like chasing her in the house. I think it went on a little bit too long.
It was really long.
Yeah. I kind of zoned out how they got there, but seeing them go around the house, I'm like, it'd be cooler, it'd be better if the house was bigger. You know, we're going in circles in the basement, on the stairs, and in the front door, or whatever the third place was. If the house was bigger and you're like running all around, that would have been a lot better, but I don't know, it got boring after a while. Yeah. And no one was talking, so.
It was just a lot. Yeah, it was a lot of back and forth. And it did go on for too long, especially because it's like we're inside, we're going down the stairs. All the characters are going down the stairs. Now we're going upstairs over and over again. And then she jumps over the railing and says, screw the stairs. I'm going to jump down, and shakes the whole house.
Like, if someone had broken your house, like, this is how you're going to react?
Right.
Like, no weapons?
Yeah, well, that's my thing. My thing is that afterwards, Matilda's like, she was like, they basically broke in and they're running around, they're breaking stuff and everything. They leave, and then Matilda looks at her and goes, she shouldn't treat people like that.
Yeah.
I'm like, you broke into her house. Like what does that mean? I get that it was Miss Honey's, I guess, old house until she moved out, but still, it's like, you broke the law. Like,
man. Breaking and entering.
You shouldn't be mean to me. Like, I deserve a high five.
Yeah. What'd you think of, like, that twist? I think it was around that time of the movie where you found out, like, they were related.
Yeah, I thought it was kind of obvious, and it, like, when she told it, I was like, oh, I kind of see where this is going. Then again, I have kind of, like, I watched it already, so I kind of knew that was coming. But they really don't give you any, like, time to, like, speculate. Like, you know, and she tells the story, and it's like, oh, that was you. And I'm like, okay, sure.
Yeah. I don't know. I didn't really care about it too much. I mean, it's a kid's movie. You don't get a twist in that.
It didn't really change nothing about the movie.
It didn't really change the dynamic, I don't think, between Miss Honey and the principal that much.
Yeah, you get all we learned that they were related. And all you get was a piece of chocolate and the doll at the end of the movie. That's all it came out to.
Yeah. Speaking of chocolate, Cam.
What's up?
My favorite part of the movie was old Brucey eating that big cake.
Dude, that's another thing that was messed up with the movie. But keep going. I'll come back.
Well, like, what you're saying, yes. But, like, that is, like, the most, like, this is moist. That is the grossest word I could have said, but the most moist cake I've ever seen in my, like, it's just, like.
And it's so much of it.
Dude, like a big, like.
Yeah.
And.
Yeah.
I like that scene because it's funny, but I hate it because I hate the part of Matilda, like, gets up and he's like, oh my God, he's like dying. Yeah. She's like, you can do it, and everybody was like, you're right, I can't do it. Starts shoveling all in his mouth.
Dude, like, as a kid, though, like, they chose him on purpose, for one. Two,
why, Cam? Why'd they choose Bruce?
He's 8, and I'm not gonna say what. He's 8.
I'll say it.
She said it. Yeah. Dude, and, like, that's another part of the dark stuff with the movie, like appropriating child obesity. Like, he's already, you know, he's up there, and you giving him, like, big, stupid slices of cake.
Yes.
And he's just stuffing it, like, you can, like, the whole school's going, you can do it, bro.
You can see him physically getting sick in the face from eating all of it.
And I get it's 1996, no one really cares about stuff like that, but I guess 2023, that stuff is more, like, in your face, like, watch what you eat and stuff. So I'm pretty sure back then, like, oh, yeah, man, I was super cool. I was like, He's probably told his friends back home, like, I ate like a thou.
Yeah, I want to know if the actor, like, if he actually, like, ate, like, some cake, or if they just, like, cut in, just, like, smother on your face and lie over yourself, because, like, he was looking rough by the end.
It didn't even look good either, man. Just big.
Didn't.
He's licking the glass.
Yeah, and it was brought out by that lady, and I wouldn't even take nothing from her.
She dirty, and I think she, like, wiped her butt when she left.
Yeah, she did.
You can do it, Brucey.
You can.
Oh, yeah, you can do it. They all stand up, and they're like, yeah, and they're like, stop it. And she smashes over his head, and the kid's not even phased.
No.
He's just like, spacing out.
And all the kids sit down, like, and then she gives them all detention. Like, I never understood that. They was in detention for, like, 5-6 hours.
Yeah, that's gotta be illegal.
Or something like that.
I don't know what they were doing, but
something.
it was in detention all night.
Yeah, like, and as a parent, like, where my kid at?
Well, they didn't care.
Yeah, I wonder what the other parents thought, though.
I don't think any parent ever says their kids at that school cares about them at all.
Yeah, like 5-6 hour detention. I thought detention was, well, when I was in grade school, detention was before school.
Yeah.
So you come in.
Or after.
Yeah, and not for that long. I mean, I've never had detention, but like.
I had detention after school.
I'm about to say I did. It was after, too.
Yeah.
Felt like.
There's someone who's had plenty of detention,
What'd you get detention for? Being late?
Yeah, I want to know.
I'm telling you. That was the old me.
You missed 3 assignments in 1 week? Yeah. What'd you get detention for?
Talking in class.
Oh, not even like talking back to the teacher, just talking.
Mainstay.
Talking in class, being disruptive.
Maybe I should have got detention when I was a kid.
No, you shouldn't.
No.
You should've. That should not be in your bucket.
Yeah, I'm a little bored.
Yeah.
And I'll stay back and write my name 7,000 times. But I'm glad detention, at least now, isn't as like rough as it seemed to be in Matilda, where it's like you had to stay and like actually do work. Now it's you just sit on your phone.
Yeah.
And you don't even like, nothing changes from you.
Yeah, and then if they put you next to people that you probably know, like,
yeah,
we're in here socializing the whole time.
Yeah, I remember my friends used to get detention. Like, I used to ask them, like, so, like, what do you do for an hour? Just write our name and stuff. I won't do this again for my friends. And, like, that's it.
Right, just hanging out.
Do it right again. Honestly, that's what I'd be doing. Just get peace around. If there's detention in college, I'd be like, I would kill for like an hour just to do homework.
Yeah, like, just, I wish, man. I think the equivalent of detention getting kicked out of class.
Yeah, but then you just leave and you can just go do whatever
you want. Yeah, I guess you kind of have like to have that.
You're paying.
Right, I have to say, getting kicked out in college is crazy.
Really? Yeah, I have. It's happened. I'll tell you later. I won't say it on the podcast, but back to Matilda. What else is going on?
I think, just a little thing. I feel like I have to try really hard to get kicked out of my classes because I have some like professors that are really cool guys.
Mm-hmm.
I think I want to poke the bear. I think I'm going to try and go in next year and just try my hardest to get kicked out.
Do it with Drew Britton. See how far you have to go to get kicked out of his class.
Drew, what the heck's wrong with you, man? You okay? It's like, yeah, Drew.
Yeah, F you, Drew. And then like,
I feel like Drew Britton, he's too nice. You got to push hard.
You got to physically assault him.
You got to take his glasses, throw them down, smash them.
Yeah.
And that's it.
You know Drew Britton?
Mm-mm.
He's a professor in this building. He's like a really cool guy. We had him on a couple episodes ago. Nicest, chillest dude you'll ever meet in the building. You know, he does like extravagant stuff. Like he goes skydiving like every other week.
That's dope.
I did not. He told
every week.
Nah, maybe like he does it often though.
A lot more like than anybody ever.
Yeah, he's
I would only do that one time.
He's talking about he's going skydiving whenever he's rock climbing. He's. I wouldn't have got that from him. I didn't know.
If there's someone I want to go skydiving with me, like on my like
on your back,
I wanted it to be Drew because he'd be like, Drew, it's not even that bad.
Yeah, like dude, like stop yelling.
Stop
dude, we're gonna make it.
First time.
He's telling us like in class he was like he's more afraid of flying than driving.
He's more afraid of flying than
like getting on an airplane.
That seems weird.
No. He's more. No, I messed that up. He's more afraid of driving than flying.
Okay. I can see that because driving is way more dangerous.
Yeah, he's scared like the normal stuff. Yeah. Like I get it though because driving accidents happen a lot more often.
Yeah.
But going skydiving every week.
That's great.
And he's talking about you're with a trained professional and
yeah.
I'm like, dude, that's like I want to go, but as often as you're going, that's
scary.
Definitely. Me and my boyfriend talked about going on my bucket list.
Skydiving.
Mm-hmm.
I want to go, but. And he does like the bungee jump and stuff. You just jump off a cliff or whatever.
Good enough. Yeah, that's what it
scary.
is.
Yeah, he's a. We should have just sat him down. Like, no movie, just like.
Just talk about that. Yeah.
Like, what do you do?
Who are
you? That's
who is the real Drew Britton?
Andrew G.
I wish you
Britton.
knew him, so it'd make a lot more sense.
Yeah, we're just talking about this random guy.
This
Sounds
mythic
pretty
character.
cool. I gotta read him now.
Yeah. If you want, you can go on our YouTube. He was on our Evil Dead episode, so you can get a.
Evil Dead Rise.
Mm-hmm. No, this is the original.
Yeah.
You have that one? That one. Dress like. We should get a poster for every movie we've ever.
Talk about.
That'd be a lot.
We don't have the money.
You don't have the money or the room.
If any of you want to cash app me and Tina,
Yeah.
I'm not gonna put the weight up. But back to Matilda. I guess final thoughts on Matilda, since we're kind of. Any more final thoughts about it?
We didn't talk about. Well, I guess I didn't. You guys kind of touched on it. The whole the telekinetic part.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it seems so ignored for majority of the movie. Like you said, there's like a big portion where it's not talked about, and it kind of just didn't add anything. You know, she could do it, but like it doesn't really. I guess it kind of helped with like the final.
It only added to like the end.
Yeah. And
so the kids win. You know, it kind of just add to that aspect. Other than that, it's kind of win.
No one's questioning it either.
At all. And she was using it for like the most random stuff. Like you said, her dad was yelling at her.
Slamming.
She's like, yeah, yell at me again, Dad, or whatever. And then him yelling at her made her want to slam the door, and then her powers increased. But it's like, why would you just want to use your powers to slam the door?
Yeah, well, I don't know if it's because she wanted to like actually like try out and test out like how she can do it. But like by that point, it's just like she goes in and goes, I'm bored.
Yeah.
Dad yell at me. I want to shut this door. I'm like, what's going on? Maybe I missed something. But I was just like, what is going on here? But I don't know. A lot of random stuff, a lot of weird stuff happened. And like I said earlier, I like the way the principal was like lit and shot. Like she looks very creepy.
Mm-hmm.
There's a lot of moments where it's like she's in the dark and then she's like up in your face in light, and you see like all the greasiness of her teeth. Like she's a gal.
She is.
She is.
I don't know if she ever acted in anything ever again.
Let me see.
But
Wait, Miss Trunchbull.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Nothing really worth mentioning. She was in one of the Harry Potter movies.
I've never seen Harry Potter.
Harry Potter movie.
Children of Men.
She was a Dementor.
Yeah, none of this other stuff is like The Other Man. You ever seen that?
The Other Man.
Liam Neeson.
Nah.
I've seen that. I didn't really recognize her in that.
William Neeson, he's in The Takens, right?
Yes.
He is. It's like, I really like Liam Neeson, but like he plays the same thing every time.
He does.
There's a lot
Every
of bad.
Yeah, he's like one of my favorite movies is The Grey, and he doesn't play the same role in that, but it's very rare to catch him in like a unique role. Like he was in Batman, he did that. Schindler's List. That movie's like super. That's like 3.5, isn't it? Something like that.
I've never seen it, but because 3.5 hours just too much.
So long.
Yeah, I've made that commitment a couple times. I'm gonna make it next week or this weekend.
Just seen a movie that was 3.5 hours.
Yeah, I'm gonna see Kills the Flower Moon.
Are you really? Is it 3.5?
It is 3.5.
I just seen it today. It's amazing. You should go see it.
You okay? A 3 hour movie. I watched The Irishman. And I thought it was like okay.
What?
What?
You thought it was?
I thought it was okay.
That's it?
Heck yeah, I thought it was okay.
What?
I fell asleep. I fell asleep for like 20 minutes of it. If I'm being honest with you, it was a rough watch for me. I ate McDonald's and I take a nap. Don't look at me like that.
I think I make it like if I know I'm gonna watch a long movie, I plan ahead. Like I'm gonna take a nap before I watch Kills the Flower Moon. I could be up the whole time, eat my over buttered, over salted popcorn for 3.5 hours.
Oh my god. That's like when we was gonna see Oppenheimer. It was like 10 p.m. at night. You know, the movie was like 3 hours long. I was asleep during half of it.
Oh man.
Yeah, I went to go see that a couple times.
You like that movie?
I love that.
I also almost fell asleep, but I knew I would have gotten absolutely flayed if I fell asleep during Oppenheimer. So I'm like going like that. I'm like, so I'm like, all right, no, I'm good. Yeah. I'd like to go to the bathroom, compose myself.
Yeah.
But I guess overall, I'll start with my overall rating of the movie. I would give it a 2.
Whoa.
Wow.
A 2.5 out of 5. A nice middle ground.
2.5.
2.5.
Okay.
But it's a good well-made movie. I just don't think it fits my taste in film and everything. And I mean, I wouldn't really watch it again. But I mean, it's a good kids movie. It has good what's the word? Like, there's something to be learned from it, especially when it comes to like believing in yourself and like treat your kids right. But yeah, it's a cool movie. Danny DeVito did a great job. What do you think, Cam?
Good stuff, man.
Oh, thank you. I'm here all
every other week.
2 minutes.
Oh yeah. It was good. I'd give it a 3. I think a little bit above average.
Mm-hmm.
Wouldn't watch it again because I mean, there's nothing really like look forward to it or worth watching again. No disrespect, because this is your favorite.
That's okay.
That's okay. We're still waiting for Matilda 2 to come out.
Yeah.
Because the musical was terrible.
You saw it?
It's on Netflix. It's terrible.
Yeah, probably wouldn't.
Is Danny DeVito in that one?
Mm-mm.
Okay.
It's a whole completely.
That's why it's terrible.
Yeah. It was cool. Nothing. I don't know. Like I usually say, nothing really to write home about. It's unique. I wonder what the feedback was in '96 when it did come out.
I think it was pretty positive.
I know it had like a pretty good, decent like box office revenue. I think it was like 30-something million, 33 million, 33.5 million. So that was the good part. Is this something that you'd consider like a classic? Like, is this something that you have to watch before? I mean, not before you go, but is this a classic?
Before you
go, you need to watch Matilda.
What do you think?
I don't feel like it's a classic. I feel like it's a good movie just to have like in the back of your mind, like, oh yeah, I've seen Matilda before, but a classic, no.
Okay.
To me, yes, because it's my favorite, but like to other people, I don't think it's a classic.
I think it's a classic. I wasn't a big fan of it, but I think that it's for a kids movie and having like a lot of moral lessons to be learned from it. I think it's a classic. I think there are definitely better ones.
Mm-hmm.
I think if I was to say put a classic list, I think it'd probably be more towards the bottom because I kind of forgot about it after all the years. But yeah, I'm sure.
Okay.
That's your question in a word. Yes.
Sure.
Yeah,
all right.
sure.
Sydney, your rating, explanation?
Personally, I give it a 10 out of 10.
Wow.
Good.
Okay.
Yeah.
Personally, I just love the movie ever since I was a kid. Like I've been seeing, so I think that's why my rating is a little higher than y'all's.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
I'm real biased on it.
That's fair.
I grew up on it, so yeah.
I'm sure there are movies that I picked that neither of you would ever like. Annie, that's art right there. But
never seen it.
Really?
No, I've never seen Annie.
do you watch musicals at all?
I watched The Greatest Showman.
Oh, you watched
Blew my mind. I watched Tick Tick Boom. It was a
La La Land though.
Cats.
Didn't see it.
I didn't watch it either. I heard it's really, really bad.
Yeah.
Never seen that either.
I don't.
Man.
Don't anybody watch there. If you're watching this, don't watch Cats. It's terrible. James Corden is in it.
Oh.
Yeah, he's not.
I don't. He tries too hard.
Yeah.
He's the Nice Show guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He got fired. I don't know.
What?
Well, his show's not a thing anymore. But that's a different story. There we go. Yes. But
I like this sound.
yeah.
It's the Apple Pay thingy.
Oh yeah.
Don't explain. Our tricks. That's all a natural.
Yeah. I made that.
We're in front of a live studio audience for today.
Yeah. Come on, guys.
Yeah.
Yeah. But
yeah.
Sydney, it's been great having
Thank
you.
you so much.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah.
It's an amazing experience.
It's been really fun to talk about. Matilda, 1996, really good movie. You can recommend our next movie in the comments of this video or other videos we'll be checking. We check all the time.
Yeah.
But yeah, recommend us a movie and we'll talk about it and hopefully have more guests. Thank you, Sydney, again for joining us. It's been an absolute blast. This has been the Two Dudes Talk Movies podcast over Matilda. I'm Drew.
I'm Cam.
And I'm Sydney.
And we will see you next week.
Peace.